most rewarding about that for you?
I mean, our team got a lot of grit, man. You got guys coming off a back-to-back. You know, we got 3 guys that we had that's played major minutes for us and been, you know, some of our main guys not here. And it's easy that, you know, somebody could say when you're down, say, you know what, it's a back-to-back. But these guys, man, they real gritty. They're tough-minded, and they make big plays. And like I said before, the thing that I love about it is that they support one another and they really enjoy each other's success. You know, Kendrick got it going, and it wasn't like any other player said, well, it's my turn. We kept going to him. They kept feeding him. You know, Will come back in the game and realize that we can get the ball to Demo in the post, you know, on the switch. So they started running stuff for each other. Like that's the sign of a great team, in my opinion. You know, guys that really enjoy each other's success and really realize, okay, it's his turn. Well, let's feed him. Let's go for it. You know, Antonius Cleveland had 14 points in the first quarter. Came up with a big tip dunk at the end. You know, but he wasn't trying to force anything out there. He let the game come. I mean, it was just a great team win. Great team win.
What do you think about the production of the bench? The bench scored around 47 points.
I mean, Kendrick Nunn came in, you know, got hot, you know, and he, again, just like the last game, he played the last 20 minutes, you know, but he plays at such a great pace that he can stay on the court. But he's a scorer. We all knew that. I mean, he led the country in scoring last year in college, you know, and he just had the knack for it. And what you like about him is, you know, some of the Iowa players were chirping at him a little bit, and he might have been chirping a little back, but he does it in such a quiet way, and he got a calm demeanor. He don't get too rowdy, he don't get too high, too low, and he just stay poised. Then you got Kevin Young coming there, would get a nice little double-double, 10 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists. You know, he's just so active. KY does so much for a team that's not even shown on the stat sheet, even though these ones showed up. You know, but he steals you extra possessions, gets his hand on balls, deflections and things. I mean, so it was good.
Last 3 games, you have the team have scored 3 digits. What has been the key factor to have these successful games?
We scored
3 digits. You guys ended up with 3 digits.
I think it's just team ball, you know, and you know, we have the ability to play fast and unselfish. And I think that's what it's about. We had 29 assists, you know, and only 11 turnovers, you know, and I thought that was big. We get out, we try to push the pace a little bit, and yeah. You know, I told them tomorrow we have off, you know, in the middle of the game. I'm like, man, we got tomorrow off. Don't save nothing. Don't save nothing. Let's go out and push.
Yesterday, you guys were playing in South California. What was the preparation for this game?
We came in before, you know, for us, we try to take every game, you know, a game at a time. And so we came in a little before the game today, and we walked through some things, watched some film on them, and getting to prepare. But, you know, for us, we watch a good amount of film, but we try to watch a lot of film on ourselves to try to make adjustments on some things that we could do better. But at the end of the day, it's about them. It's their heart, it's their determination that they have in that locker room.
I want to follow up on Kevin Young. We saw it a little bit at the end of last year, but I don't know what the ratio is, but have you seen a guy get more 50-50 balls than Kevin Young?
You know, and it's for me, I tell y'all, you know, I know Kevin. You know, I was in Kansas, you know, when Kevin was there, so I know what he was about. And so that's why I really wanted him on his team, because his impact in winning, he impacts winning. Winning plays on the court, winning attitude in the locker room. All he cares about is helping his team be successful. And whether that's, even if he didn't play a game, he'd be cheering on the bench, you know, and that's his attitude, and that's what you appreciate. But he's active. He's gonna get his hand on so many 50-50 balls. He's gonna turn that thing over. You know what he gonna do somewhere. He's gonna turn the ball over, but then right after he turn it over, he's gonna get it back. You know, and it's like, God, Kevin, great job, Kevin. You know, it's just, that's just Kev. But you just appreciate a player like him, and I believe his teammates appreciate him as well.
Several times throughout the game, you were saying, hey, there's a lot of contact down there. Nothing was called. Very little in the way of free throw opportunities for you guys or calls.
Yeah, I mean, we shot 2 free throws in the first half.
Yeah, three through 3 quarters.
3 through 3 quarters, and then I mean, so 7 total.
And then when you go cold in the third quarter, you guys were threatening to have the lowest scoring quarter in franchise history for a while. Then Nunn gets it going late, and you guys avoid that, and then just afterburners.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how this team is able, the resilience in game and not to not fold? You mentioned
it's-
gritty, but
like I say, it's their attitude, man. It's their attitude, it's their approach. And I think when you win close games like this, it builds confidence. In that, man, no matter how much we're down, no matter what the situation, whether we're up, down, no matter what, we're gonna be okay. And I think last game helped us for this game. But like I keep saying, man, ultimately it's those guys in that locker room. The refs, they may have missed some calls. And obviously for me, I think I'm always gonna be on our side. Like, man, that's not enough fouls being called for us. But they see it from a different lens. But at the end of the day, it's all about getting the win, and we came out,
So
with it.
what do you think about the performance of Kendry Nott ended up with 32 points tonight?
Yeah, like I say, he's been a scorer his whole life. He just has a knack for scoring. Even when we met with him, right before the season started, and we talked about roles, and I asked him, what do you do well? He said, I score the basketball and I play defense. And that's just what he knows. He knows who he is. Whether he missed a shot or two, it don't matter. He's still gonna be confident in him, and he's not forcing anything. He's not hunting shots. I think our team is realizing that he has a knack to score, and so they're looking for him even more.
What do you think about the consistency of the team so far right now?
It's been great. Like I say, the most consistent thing that I can appreciate is the fact that they're cheering for each other. And that's huge for me, just being a team, that type of approach. Like I keep saying, your success equals my success equals our success. Is what we try to live by. And so that's their attitude. They're really happy for one another in there. I think as long as that continues, we're going to continue to be successful.
Triple-double for Darius tonight, 25, 10, and 10. What's it like to have him be a guy that can facilitate in crunch time like he has last two nights?
Man, he's great. I want to keep saying he's an NBA caliber player for sure. And hopefully, at some point he gets his opportunity again this year. But it's great to have him. Have two really good point guards. Like I say, Will Cherry. You got two great point guards that understands the flow of a game and can understands what you need and at certain points, and they're veterans. So it's great to have them. It's great to have them.
How big is Deontay's presence there on the floor?
Deontay's big. Didi has a, defensively he's there. He allows us to pressure out and allows us to force somebody to drive and understand that they're gonna have to make a tough shot over him, in there. And then offensively, he knows how to move, he knows how to play. I think Didi has a great attitude. He comes to work. He's about winning. He's about team. And I've seen this. I don't know what his reputation or what people perceive him to be, but you're starting to see a lot of personality coming out of him. He appears to be real quiet, but he got a little slick mouth, a little funny mouth, and so he's been great though. He's been great. Like I say, it's been got a great group. A great group.